Shalom, family. Shabbat Shalom. Thank the Most High for another day. Thank Him for another Shabbat. Thank Him for what's everybody in here thankful for? By a show of hands, if anybody want to share what you thankful for this week. What's on your mind this week to be thankful for? Anybody?
I'm thankful for his deliverance, his discernment.
Deliverance, discernment.
Thankful as I always go to this Bible to answer some of
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You thankful for Him, huh? Good. You thankful for the Most High power. Yeah, we thankful just for. I'll say I'm thankful just for His mercy. Just His mercy to even be just to be sane in this time, because it's some people that they may not have be as fortunate to have, loved ones like you all in here, or just people to really help guide them to the Most High, or just to get them answers in this time. A lot of lost people in this world, and they think you lost by doing this. But yeah, so kind of goes in with what our lesson is today. The resisting the hour of temptation. What is that? What's the hour of temptation that this Bible talks about? That John on the Isle of Patmos in the book of Revelation. What does that mean? Keeping us from this hour of temptation. Let's go to the book of Revelation chapter 3. Because a lot of things in the world, and we know that through temptation, you get enticed by when you caught up in your fleshly ways. And we're going to go into the word on that. But things that you shouldn't be doing, you do. You make an excuse for it. You believe it. You make a way for what you want to do to be right, and that sometimes not what the Most High has planned for you, and you go messing yourself up, not staying on the path, not dealing on the Ruach, the Holy Spirit, to guide you to where you should be, what you should be doing, how you should be operating. So judging yourself every day, we always bring that up. What's that? 1 Corinthians 11:31. Just judging yourself aright. So you know what? Every day I do something, I'm gonna judge myself and think about what the Most High want me to be doing. Because it's real easy to fall through the traps. Oh, this make me money. Now you don't know you sinning to get it, or you wanna you just always do the opposite because you think it's a win, but in the long run it could be a loss. It will be a loss. Matter of fact, let's go there. Let's go to is it Haggai or Micah? Let's go to Micah, the book of Micah. Let's go there. No, I wanna. I think Haggai. It's the one I want. I can't even get it. It's the one I want to find. Yeah.
The book of Haggai, chapter 1 and verse 6. Ye have sown much, and bring in little. Ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to put into a bag with holes.
Check that out. So you think that you're doing something to get ahead, and you putting into a bag filled with holes every time. Every time we've seen it through years. People. Well, I'll come to the Most High. Yeah, I like what y'all bringing out. Yeah, I think that's the truth right there. And then you're not really chasing it. We think time belongs to us. Time don't belong to us. You here but for a short time. Your life's really not that long. I'm sure some of y'all getting gray hair. I know I got some popping up. So just this hour of temptation, right? Let's go to Revelation chapter 3. Let's start at verse 1.
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 3, and verse 1. And unto the angel of the church in Sardis write.
Now let's start at verse 15.
Jumping down to verse 15. I know thy works, that thou art neither cold nor hot.
Mm-hmm.
I would thou wert cold or hot. So then, because thou art lukewarm, and neither cold nor hot, I will spew thee out of my mouth.
So the Most High wants you to be, hot or cold, either you in or you out. You gotta be all in with him. You gotta put this first. And some people struggle different than others, in this walk, or just staying focused. Satan got a lot of vices out there to get you off the righteous path. And everything in this world is vain at the end of the day. So whatever you taking a liking to, just know that's just, don't put your heart in that. Like that, you gotta be able to give that up, especially what's coming to the world. Let's jump it up. Let's go to verse 9. Let's start there and read 9 and 10
The book of Revelation,
through
chapter
11.
3, verse 9. Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews, and are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee, because thou hast kept the word of my patience. I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth.
Let's go to the Strongs. Let's get the first one just on this patience. Let's break this down. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience.
This is Strong's for patience.
Okay.
This is G5281. And it's hoop on my name, a remaining behind, a patient enduring. Endurance, steadfastness, patience.
So you patience, right? And there's also patience of the saints. Go to hold that, because we're going to that. Go to Revelation 14 and verse 12.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 14 and verse 12. Here is the patience of the saints.
Mm-hmm.
Here are they that keep the commandments of the Most High.
You gonna have if you doing the commandments of the Most High. This is the patience of the saints. They keep the commandments no matter what. This world getting crazy. Man, they got stuff for me to do, and I could just get paid quick. It's tempting for some, right? Let's finish reading.
Here are they that keep the commandments of the Most High and the faith of Yeshua.
Mm-hmm. This is what they do. They have the patience. Here's the patience of the saints. And they that keep the commandments. Keeping the commandments is going to keep you up, family. What do the commandments do? By show of hands, anybody want to share? What do the commandments do for you? Keep you protected by the Most High. Got that hedge of protection. A lot of people out here with no protection, out here with no shield, thinking the things of this world is going to save them. Just doing wicked, thinking that you're going to take matters in your own hands. A lot of wicked perish in this earth, thinking that they are in control of just everything, and you got to be obedient to the Most High. Even not just, it's a hedge of protection over your family, over your children's children, like the Lord say, loving them to the generations that love him, and what he do. If you to the generations that hate him, paraphrasing, just destruction. So it's bigger than just you. It's for your children. It's for your loved ones. So you can have some mercy, right? Let's go back to Revelation 3. Oh yeah, verse 11.
The book of Revelation, chapter 3, picking up at verse 11. Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown.
No one take this crown from you that you're going to receive, right? In this kingdom to come. But let's go back up to verse 10. Let's go up to I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation. Let's get temptation in the Strongs. Let's break this down. Well, what is temptation? Is it just some feeling? Is it an action? Is it my thoughts? You can have these thoughts, you in this flesh. That's going to always be there. But your actions, what you do, remember, it's not what goeth into a man, but what proceedeth out from man.
This is Temptations. This is G3986. And it's paramos, trial, probation, testing, being tried.
You being what? Tested. You're on trial right now. They always stealing out this book, right? Trial for what? Judgment day. Every man and one will be what? Judged according to their works. So right now, you in this hour, are you doing commandments? Do you know the Most High? Some people don't. So we got to understand this lesson is coming out today to always remind us of what we should be doing. Because, some people get in this 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, and so far off the path, they don't really see it no more. Puffed up, just listening, they're just happy with, well, I got this truth. The kingdom is for me. All the Christians don't know nothing. The Muslims don't know nothing. And they've got off the path of loving your neighbor. You here to spread this good news, this gospel, right? You here to try to help somebody in those to be a light to the Gentiles and to preserve the rest of Israel. You supposed to be in this, living your life a certain way. Change. They should be seeing some change about you. They should say, you know what? Because let's be real, family. You can know all the precepts in the world, but if you out there sinning, ain't no one listening to you. I had one time, look, story time. One time, a brother was at my job, and he had brought someone, one of his relatives in. Said, man, my cousin know that stuff you be talking about. He always talking about that stuff. His cousin was telling me about the book of Enoch. Yeah. See, we could smoke and blah, blah, blah. And watch, let me show you a scripture. Scripture had nothing to do with smoking and getting high, right? But his cousin is just laughing, because to him, he know he ain't right, but he know that this right here, he know this don't make sense. He know that you playing with this. So they gonna look at how you really living your life, family. Not saying you're not gonna fall short, you can't get back, but they know if you playing, they gonna, no, there's no power in that. You putting Christ to open shame by your actions. I ain't listening to that, what you talking about. You just trying to get me in some subjection. That's like the rappers with Islam. How you talking about killing and doing all this, and you get on the mat and you praying. I know that's not the one. I know that's not it. Because you wicked. They know that's not it. Okay, this is, you just want Halloween. You want to put on a costume and a hat and a carpet. Right? But back to this word. So that's temptation, right? Let's read some more.
Picking up at verse 12. Him that overcometh will I make a pillar in the temple of my God, and he shall go no more out. And I will write upon him the name of my God, and the name of the city of my God, which is New Jerusalem, which cometh down out of heaven from my God. And I will write upon him my new name.
What does that mean? Which cometh down out of heaven from my God, from my Elohim, from the power. What does that mean? The New Jerusalem which cometh down out of heaven.
It's gonna be heaven on earth.
Khan, he's bringing a new heaven and earth. Let's go to Isaiah 65. Remember that movie Independence Day? Well, for some of y'all that's over 35. What was that thing that was coming, right? Something new was coming. Something was coming here on all the movies. Something's coming for the youngins. Transformers, Optimus Prime, all this stuff that they always trying to put in our face. Use it as entertainment, con. Let's go to 65. Where is that one at? Oh, 17. 65, 17.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 65 and verse 17.
Mm-hmm.
For behold, I create new heavens and a new earth, and the former shall not be remembered, nor come into mind.
Mm-hmm. Now, let's keep it going. Let's go to 2 Timothy chapter 3. For in these last days, how we know we in that hour though, brothers? How do we know? I want to keep doing what I'm doing. I got some time I could run it up. I could go do something. I'll get back to that. Sure you don't think it's time. They showing, well, Putin saying that the Israelites are black. So if they're revealing these things after all these years, does that mean that they close to what it is that they were looking to achieve? And if they're doing this, well, what does that mean? What's coming? What's promised to them? Why does it matter? Now they're saying it matters, right? Now they're saying it matters. So now the world should be looking for, well, why does it matter? But they're still not reading the book. They just holding on to what they've been told. Well, it doesn't matter. Well, they hid it for a reason. Well, what do these people get? Why are the Jews so important? What is it that they get? Let's go there. Let's go 2 Timothy chapter 3.
It's the book of 2 Timothy, chapter 3 and verse 1. This know also, that in the last days perilous times shall come. For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy.
Check that out. Let's sit on it. Lovers of themselves, right? We see that a lot. I mean, everyone could agree to that. Covetous, boasters, right? Proud, all that pride, speaking against the Most High. Really just, they so boastful, I don't need that, I'm good. Not knowing your soul gonna be required. Blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy. They not set apart, right? Let's finish reading.
Verse 3. Without natural affection.
They don't got no natural affection, right? Things are changing these days, changing of kind, alphabets, all these things.
Truce breakers. False accusers. Incontent. Fierce. Despisers of those that are good.
So they're despisers of those that are good. What? This is the good way. This is the way. Walk ye there in it, right? If you're good, you're doing what, family? Kind, right? That's what Christ say. Let's get that. Let's hold that. We're gonna come back to that. Let's go to Matthew. Let's go Matthew 19 and verse 17.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 19, and verse 17. And he said unto him, Why callest thou me good? There is none good but one, that is, the Most High. But if thou wilt enter into life, keep the commandments.
Check that out. You want to enter into life? Keep the commandments. That's a good, to keep the commandments. A lot of people don't even know the commandments. Well, what's that? That's a sad thing. That's why, just bringing out earlier about the mercy, because who's really telling people, right? Who's really telling people, look, man, you got to keep the commandments of God. Then you won't be all jacked up like that. But we know, we always have to remember, too, family, and this truth. We always hit that point where it's like, this person don't want to hear some of my loved one or this or that. But we must remember that our people back then knew who they were, and they were still going off. It didn't matter who they were, Con. How y'all not as focused as me? But look, it'll go off in a minute. But it's like we have to remember that, okay? Like our people knew who they were back then. They was still going off. They had the land. They didn't lose their heritage. You name some other things. They had the feast days, customs, they knew the word. They had it all, and yet they still went to the other nations for with their worships. It's the same thing today. Remember, it's a stiff-necked people, family. We got to remember that. And we got to stay focused because why? There's people that were on the righteous path and they start veering off. Let's go back to 2 Timothy chapter 3.
Picking up at verse 4. Traitors,
Mm-hmm.
heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of God.
And that's temporary. These little pleasures they going into, right? People do. They like that more than God. I don't got time for that. Look, I got to do this. This is pleasurable. And that's what? That's going to be for a little bit of time. Let's finish reading.
Having a form of godliness,
Mm-hmm.
but denying the power thereof.
Mm-hmm.
From such turn away.
They got the form of godliness. Check that out. Made in his image, but denying the power thereof. I don't believe that. Well, how do you think you ever see a child be born? You ever go to a funeral? You just think all this is just for naught? This whole thing is about souls, family. This whole world. It's not nothing else. Whatever else before that, all that is just a tool to go against the Most High God. What do I mean by that? Just, it's not like the money, right? So many different vices to get you to get that, but ultimately, you not really finding truth. You got to really stay on the path of the Most High because everything else is just vain. It's just a distraction. It's all about where's your soul going. Let's finish reading.
Verse 6. For of this sort are they which creep into houses,
Mm-hmm.
lead captive silly women laden with sins,
Mm-hmm.
led away with diverse lusts.
Mm-hmm. And you see that they pushing a lot on the women today. I was talking to a sister this week, and just it's sad because men and women of Israel been destroyed, have their different things that's played a part in the destruction. But you see, there's a part where a lot of the women don't see where the nation's programming on them, right? Same with the brothers, like whether it be the industries, the music, all that type of stuff, different stuff, the streets, but they can't see the puffed upness of whether it be, let's just say, the feminism movement. We'll just leave it at that, Con. These things have, you up, but if your family destroyed, now what about your children and that legacy? So now that's once you pass away, then what? You didn't give them the Most High. They don't know how to survive in this world when you're gone. You was in sole control. You had it all going on, and you didn't focus on the Most High. So this has always got to come first to our people, no matter who you are. Let's go to John chapter 10, verse 10.
It's the book of John, chapter 10 and verse 10. The thief cometh not, but for to steal, and to kill, and to destroy.
That's all he coming to do. Your family, your spirit. He come destroy your mind. He come destroy your legacy. He come destroy everything about you. And you can't let him win. You got to know, well, why is this happening to me? You better look. You better girdle up. You better gird your loin. You better look. You better armor up like Ephesians 6 and what's that? 11 through 12. 10, 11, 12. You got to put on your armor because once you understand that you at war in this world and it's what's really going on, we pray that you keep the strength to understand, I ain't going out like that. I'm not going to let them win that easy. They got to take me out. That got to be your mindset. You can't just be moping around and sad, and we know people deal with different stuff, but you gotta really keep your mind right. You gotta keep your no matter what you're going through, like tomorrow will come. You know, because that's what they want you to do. Leaders of this world, they like, okay, cool, got that one, got that one, got that one. Next, 100 years in jail, the grave, destroy family, everything. The certain poisonous vaccines. They taking our pills. Everything, right? You just Satan wanna just he's looking for gain. Let's finish reading.
The thief cometh not, but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. I am come that they might have life, and that they might have it more abundantly.
So you can have it more abundantly. Let's go Isaiah chapter 33 and 6. You gotta be strengthened up in this hour of temptation that, I mean, things are accessible to children. You gotta, what you doing on that YouTube? Things is right there, just waiting.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 33 and verse 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy tongue.
Check that out right there. Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. This what's gonna keep you in it, stable. The wisdom and the knowledge of the Most High God.
And strength of salvation.
We're talking about that, right? If you got wisdom and knowledge and know what's going on, you got commandments, and you know that you're in this war of good and evil for your soul, that's the strength of your salvation.
The fear of the Lord is his treasure.
Con. And remember, he want to purchase you what? Gold. He said he purchased him gold tried in the fire. That's what he's going into about the in Revelation 3 about the trying, what is it? The let's read that. Catch us slipping online. Word of patience, and keep thee from the hour of temptation which shall come upon them to try them that dwelleth upon the earth. Look, you got to make sure that you stable in this. Don't get knocked off the path. But this wisdom and knowledge, let's get more on that. Let's go to Ecclesiasticus 19 and 19. Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of thy salvation. So if you get the wisdom and knowledge, you get strengthened up. That's your reps to get stronger. That's your gains. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. We're going to go into the fear of the Lord too. Bring that out.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 19 and verse 19. The knowledge of the commandments of the Lord is the doctrine of life. And they that do the things that please him shall receive the fruit of the tree of immortality.
Let's read that again.
The knowledge of the commandments of the Lord.
So the knowledge of the commandments of the Lord,
is the doctrine of life.
That's the doctrine of life. If you got the commandments of the Lord, the Most High, higher, look, that's the doctrine of life. That's how you get life, get it more abundantly.
And they that do the things that please him shall receive the fruit of the tree of immortality.
Check that out. So if you're not doing things to please him, it don't matter what you put on your obituary. It doesn't matter if you going to church. It don't matter if you know the precepts. It doesn't matter if you're not living your life according to the Most High God. And that's why this hour of temptation is taking many. Got all these shots in people's faces. They don't even know they looking like a Frankenstein. Like they got the reprobate mind that they've done. And we just thank the Most High for his mercy. It's not to really just boast and make fun of people, but that's why we got to really thank the Most High that much more. Because some people look, he say the kingdom for a few. And, man, if the righteous shall skip, matter of fact, let's get that. Let's go 2 Peter. Slack it first. 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 18.
The book of 1 Peter chapter 4 and verse 18. And if the righteous scarcely be saved.
Check that out. If the righteous scarcely should be saved because we got so much filth and sin on us,
Where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear?
no action. How they gonna get action? If the righteous barely got action, how they gonna have action?
Jumping back to Ecclesiasticus 19:18. The fear of the Lord is the first step to be accepted of him,
Oh, come on.
and
Come-
wisdom obtaineth his love.
Come on, read that again.
The fear of the Lord is the first step to be accepted of him.
I know my God love me. That's what I say. I know my God love me. My God don't play about me. Don't you hear all that stuff? And it's like, look, this your first step. With like what you always got stuff you tell your children. Look, you doing, what's your homework looking like? You doing good in school? You clean your room? So you think the Most High don't got steps? You got to come correct. That's look. This what God. I want to thank you. Look, this what you could do for me. You could be obedient. This.
I'm going to give verse 20. The fear of the Lord is all wisdom, and in all wisdom is the performance of the law.
Let's go to Proverbs chapter 8. In verse 13.
The book of Proverbs chapter 8 and verse 13. But it shall not be well with the wicked.
No, Proverbs 8 and 13.
Proverbs 8 and 13. The fear of the Lord is to hate evil.
Check that out. You can't hate nothing. I remember hearing that. You're not supposed to hate nothing. You're not supposed to. No, he say you can hate this. This is why. It should make you feel away. And even if you're in it and you backtrack, you might some of that the music or that's tight, right? You got to check yourself like, nah, that's wicked right there. That's wicked right there. Some of the conversations, girl, let me tell you about him. Nah, we got to check that correction. We got to check that conversation, and not just being over righteous like the word say, lest you destroy yourself, but constantly checking yourself, because it's real easy to slip and stay on that, to stay on the old, to get back to the, it's real easy to slip. You start, I just miss being around my certain people. Then you go over there. Then you doing back to your old things. And over there, they just watching. Look, they ain't serious about that stuff. Yeah, we gonna get them. They gonna be back over here the whole time. You don't even know. You just thinking, I'm just gonna go have some fun. I miss these people or this. If you do, or if you are gonna be around someone that you know is not walking in the light, you gotta be strong in this. You cannot veer off the path. They gotta know, like, they gonna, I don't even want them around because they always make me have a mirror toward them. That's what they do. You'll know the difference when people start, all right, it's time to go. Because you become a mirror, right? You become a mirror of, you're gonna become that light, and the darkness hate the light. Just like when your kids, or you turn on the light in the morning, you just, darkness hate the light. Period. Let's go to James 4 and 7.
It's the book of James chapter 4 and verse 7. Submit yourselves, therefore, to God. Resist the devil, and he will flee from you.
Resist him. He come back. But just resist him right there, right? He gonna flee. I gotta get somebody else. This ain't working. That's why the programming don't stop. Have the programming ever just loosened up since you were a child? Program ain't loosened up. It's, BET, let's make it this. Everything they used to love, they just trying to poison everything. Poison everything, right? They trying to get you. Psalms 97 and 10. Everything you grew up loving, you like, it's just turned it's turned all the way left. Them award shows you used to like watching. I don't know, your sports. Why this why my favorite athlete wearing painted nails? Like they just messing with everything. It just, man, what you doing, man? I used to have posters of you up on my wall. You know, bring that out.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 97 and verse 10. Ye that love the Lord hate evil.
Again, we just read that Psalm, Proverbs 8:13. He say, look, ye that love the Lord, you hate evil.
He preserveth the souls of his saints. He delivereth them out of the hand of the wicked.
Check that out. It sounds like it's a no-brainer. Get with the Most High. Get with the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Get with the God of Israel. Get with the God of prophecy. Get with your heritage. Get with your feast days. Get with the Sabbath. Get with this heritage. Why would you? Come on now. Man, get with your heritage. Get with what belonged to you. Get what belongs to you. This right here, this ours. This belonged to us, family. Check that out. This just real talk, right? This belonged to us. You and nothing else in America really belonged to you. You got to go get it. Education, finance, apartment, a home, a house, food. This right here, they can't sell this to you. They can't sell you this here. They can't sell you this knowledge. They can't teach this to you at college. Even if you had all the money in the world, they not looking to give you no course on this. They not looking to get this back to you. This belongs to you. You got to renew your mind and take, Lord, hate pride. I don't want to say that, but some honor in this. Like this belongs to you right here. This is yours. Can no one ever take this from you right here. This your history right here. It don't matter what they say. It don't matter what they do. This mine. This my ball. It's my basketball. This your ball right here. So go to Matthew 24. Let's go to verse 27.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 27. For as the lightning cometh out of the east.
I'm sorry, Salakia, 37. 24 and 37.
The book of Matthew 24 and verse 37. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, and marrying, and giving in marriage, until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and knew not until the flood came, and took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
Let's check that out. What was going on in the days of Noah? Because it's saying, as in the days of Noah, so shall the coming of the Son of Man be. Let's go to the book of Jasher. Let's go Jasher 6 and 4 and start at 14. Let's start there. What was going on in that time? We know in the book of Genesis, we know about the ark, right? We know about the flood that came. But what were the people doing?
It's the book of Jasher, chapter 6 and verse 14. And all the fountains of the deep were broken up, and the windows of heaven were opened, and the rain was upon the earth 40 days and 40 nights. And Noah and his household, and all the living creatures that were with him, came into the ark on account of the waters of the flood. And the Lord shut him in. And all the sons of men that were left upon the earth became exhausted through evil on account of the rain. For the waters were coming more violently upon the earth, and the animals and beasts were still surrounding the ark. And the sons of men assembled together, about 700,000 men and women, and they came unto Noah to the ark. And they called to Noah, saying, Open for us, that we may come to thee in the ark, and wherefore shall we die?
So what's the door now, family? Who does everyone have to come through now? Who does everyone have to come through now to get access into this kingdom coming? Khan. And people, they think it's like, nah. you gotta still be obedient. You gotta know what he requires. It's easy to just sing a song, be in the church, and clap your hands, and you can go get baptized. But if you still live in wicked and think you can do what you want, they got you again. Not keeping the law, statute, commandments. Not You have to know him so that you live in the right way. Let's finish reading.
Verse 19. And Noah with a loud voice answered them from the ark, saying, Have you not all rebelled against the Most High, and said that he does not exist? And therefore the Lord brought upon you this evil to destroy and cut you off from the face of the earth. Is not this the thing that I spoke to you of 120 years back? And you would not hearken to the voice of the Lord. And now do you desire to live upon earth? And they said to Noah, We are ready to return to the Lord. Only open for us that we may live and not die. And Noah answered them, saying, Behold, now that you see the trouble of your souls, you wish to return to the Lord. Why did you not return during these 120 years, which the Lord granted you as the determined period? But now you come and tell me this on account of the troubles of your souls. Now also the Lord will not listen to you, neither will he give ear to you on this day, so that you will not now succeed in your wishes. And the sons of men approached in order to break into the ark,
Check that out. It got violent after that. We gonna break in there.
to come in on account of the rain, for they could not bear the rain upon them. And the Lord sent all the beasts and animals that stood round the ark, and the beasts overpowered them and drove them from place to place. Slakia, from that place. And every man went his way, and they again scattered themselves upon the face of the earth. And the rain was still descending upon the earth, and it descended 40 days and 40 nights. And the waters prevailed greatly upon the earth, and all the flesh that was upon the earth or in the waters died.
Check it out. In the days of Noah, so shall the coming of the Son of Man be. Make sure you read chapter 6 in the book of Jasher, right? But we must remember that Christ is coming back the same way. We must remember that he say what? Things written aforetime was written for our what, family? Learning, understanding, written for our learning. So there's no new thing under the sun. Go to Isaiah 66. We must remember that same thing. He come to plead with all flesh. Let's get 66 and start at 16.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 66 and verse 16. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many.
Yeah, he coming back with fire next time, right? And if that spirit, at his coming, if those in the earth do not have his spirit, remember, and it's not going to be many, some are not getting the eternal kingdom. And the souls awaiting righteous judgment in the heart of the earth, right? The spirits that have passed on when we read, like the book of Enoch and what else? When we read like the book of Jude and the things about their souls that have passed on that's awaiting the kingdom to come for the day of judgment. Let's go to Luke chapter 16. Because look, they say, look, just let us in. Now we want to get right. Now we want to get right. But did they really want to get right? So the Lord already knows who's his. Remember, from the foundation of the world, he already knows who's picked for this kingdom. When you was out in the world before this knowledge, or even when wherever you were at before you got this knowledge, the real knowledge of the Bible, not just being in church, right? But before you was even born, the Most High already picked you. Does anybody know that precept of how we know that? Anybody? No? Let's get it then. Let's hold Luke 16. Let's go to Ephesians chapter 2. Write these down. If we moving too fast, we're going to start speeding it up, family. How do we know? Right? Matter of fact, we're going to get two precepts. get 2 and, or 1, it's like it 1 and 4 in Ephesians. We're going to go to the one in Jeremiah. Ephesians 1 and 4.
The book of Ephesians, chapter 1 and verse 4. According as he hath chosen us in him before the foundation of the world.
He already chose us. He already know who's his, right? You just got to do what you're supposed to do. Let's go Jeremiah 1 and 5. Just like your children, right? Not everybody have children. You got discernment. You got discernment, right? You've been given that gift of discernment. You already know, let's say personalities, right? You already know what your child gonna do before they even do it sometimes. You be like, you know when they telling tales, you just know things already, right? So you think the Most High don't know you? You think he don't know things? He already had prophecies before. It's the only, these scrolls, these books of the prophets, the only things that's been standing time. All that other stuff, they can't. When have you ever seen online or social media them going to the Quran bring out something? Nothing. They just bringing out a fashion show. They not bringing out no word of the Lord like this. This undefeated right here. Go Jeremiah 1 and 5.
It reads, before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. And before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee. And I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations.
Jeremiah already ordained you. Before I formed thee, I already know. You made for me. You can't get away from me, right? That's why the Most High always whip you and you come right back. You think you just going to forget about the Most High and then you be out there, I don't know, you got a good job. You think I'm just going to do this. You good, you do it. And then what we brought out earlier, you get that bag with holes in it. Your money get funny. You fall off in some way, shape, or form. I got to get back to church. I got to get back. I got to get right because you belong to him. He chastising you. Remember, he who without trying to get through it, but the precepts keep going. He chastised you. Let's get that real quick. What's that wrong? Somebody trying to look at you. You trying to test yourself? You trying to test yourself? You right though. Hebrews 12. You knew that one. 12. Let's go to verse 6.
It's the book of Hebrews, chapter 12 and verse 6. For whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth, and scourgeth every son whom he receiveth.
Check that out. Correction every time. Read the next verse.
If ye endure chastening, God dealeth with you as with sons. For what son is he whom the Father chasteneth not? But if ye be without chastisement, whereof all are partakers, then are ye bastards and not sons?
Check that out. Chastisement is good. Okay. He's still with me. He still care about me. Yeah, come on back over here. Stay on the path so you get this kingdom that's coming for eternity. That's what people don't really sit on. They can't believe, because if you knew better, you do better, right? They can't believe. They think that this is a game, what's on the line. It's like they block it out. I'm going to live. I'm going to be here. You at a funeral. I'm going to be here. You get old. I'm going to be here. You get more gray hair. Your body moving different. You got aches and pains. I'm going to be here. You going bald. Look, you slowly, you probably closer to it than your birthday, right? You've been in this world for a long time. Look, get it right. Get right with the Most High. This hour of temptation taking many. Luke 16, let's start at verse 20.
Book of Luke, chapter 16, and verse 20. And there was a certain beggar named Lazarus, which was laid at his gate, full of sores, and desiring to be fed with the crumbs which fell from the rich man's table. Moreover, the dogs came and licked his sores. And it came to pass that the beggar died and was carried by the angels into Abraham's bosom. The rich man also died and was buried. And in hell he lifted up his eyes, being in torments, and seeth Abraham afar off, and Lazarus in his bosom. And he cried and said, Father Abraham, have mercy on me, and send Lazarus that he may dip the tip of his finger in water, and cool my tongue, for I am tormented in this flame. But Abraham said, Son, remember that thou in thy lifetime receivest thy good things, and likewise Lazarus evil things. But now he is comforted, and thou art tormented. And beside all this, between us and you there is a gulf fixed, so that they which would pass from hence to you cannot, neither can they pass to us that would come from thence. Then he said, I pray thee, therefore, Father, that thou wouldest send him to my father's house.
Look, go send him. Go warn him, please, because this right here,
For I have 5 brethren, that he may testify unto them, lest they also come into this place of torment.
You think people that's in this right now, awaiting judgment in the heart of earth, you think these spirits that's awaiting the judgment that have done wrong in their life, do you think they standing bold and saying, do you think they still tough? You think they still hard? Like, just, and it's not just being funny, it's just, do you think people that's really passed over and seen that it's real and that there's no hope left, that they experiencing this right here? Do you think they wish, look, man, can you tell my family is real? Can you tell my family is really real? Look, I don't care about nothing. They got me with the paper money. They got me with the gangs. They got me with the lifestyle. They financed so much stuff on my brain. It was all a game. It was all a game. Can you just go warn them? Finish reading.
Abraham said unto him, They have Moses and the prophets.
Oh, they got Moses and the prophets. What's a prophet? Let's get that. They got Moses and the prophets. Let them hear them. Look, they got the prophets. Let them hear them.
This is G4396. Prophetus. A prophet, a poet, a person gifted exposing divine truth.
This exposing what? Divine truth. That's what a prophet do. The truth of what's going on. That's all on that. Okay, let's finish reading.
We'll pick up at verse 30. No, verse 29. Abraham said unto him, They have Moses and the prophets. Let them hear them.
Let them hear them. Look, they got the prophets.
And he said, Nay, Father Abraham, but if one went unto them from the dead, they will repent. And he said unto him, If they hear not Moses and the prophets, neither will they be persuaded, though one rose from the dead.
Look, even one rose from the dead. They ain't listening to them. They not gonna care. Then people look at them. They not listening now. We the Jews. Oh, it all makes sense. Now our destruction makes sense. But yet, man, we need equality, come together. They can't see. They don't think that is real. Nah, we ain't that special. I've been beat up so long. The visions that they giving me, the school system, the job been beating on me. It's so much, my job, all the bad relationships. I'm not special. I can't be. I mean, look at my life. That's what people think, right? They been beat up so much. Nah, they not doing all this stuff. We ain't that special. They ain't financing all this. And then next week you be about a march talking about, man, we've been going through this for 400 years. Well, we telling you why. You think they can just put all you on boats? You think they finances structure? You think you're jumping high out the gym and dunking and running a 4.140 and you think you singing like that? You think you're not special? You singing, all the blessed singers? You done made all that money. You don't got no money after a 40-year career and all your Grammys. All your musicians. All your slaves. All your miseducation. All your destroyed family on dope and crack and heroin and just losing it all. Man, like, what is people seeing? They can't see. They really can't see. And that's why that you gotta be a light. They really can't see. What will make you destroy yourself? Do life in prison and be in a grave. You know it's a spell on them. You know it's a spell on them. How are we eating and buying all this stuff, all this poison up, and we still here? That's the part that people don't look at. How are we still here? How are we still here smiling? Still smiling. How are you still here? It's because of this right here, you the Israelites. You a special people to the Most High God, and he going to use a remnant to bring it all down. You his battle axe, Jeremiah 51. You're his battle axe. You his battle axe to expose his truth in the last days. And some will, some might, some won't. And we ain't tripping. We don't care if you say what crazy it is. Well, go do your Easter eggs and bunnies while we do the Passover. Do your Easter egg bunnies. Do your Christmas. Go set your tree up with lights. Go spend your money. Do the chaos. Go to you know we won't. 20.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 51 and verse 20. Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war. For with thee will I break in pieces the nations, and with thee will I destroy kingdoms.
And that's why they want to make sure you destroy. They don't want Ezekiel 25 to come about. They don't want those things to come about. They don't want the book of Obadiah to come about. But it's going to happen. The prophecies of your destruction had to happen. It has to happen. They better do this. They better go to Zechariah chapter 8. This is what they can do. If they could repent and do this in these times. They better wake up. You waiting on Putin and the descendants of the prophets is here telling you what you're supposed to be doing through the Spirit of the Most High and His Son. Go to 8 and 23.
The book of Zechariah, chapter 8 and verse 23. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, in those days it shall come to pass that 10 men shall take hold out of all languages of the nations.
And what they gonna say?
Even shall take hold of the skirt of him that is a Jew, saying, we will go with you.
We gonna come with y'all now. Why?
For we have heard that the Most High is with you.
Yeah, we heard he with you. We not following that other stuff no more. We heard he with you. We not, look, we sorry, look, it's all good. Look, we the most forgiving people. We eat all your Taco Bell, McDonald's, we eat everything. We ain't even tripping. We used to eat we ate all your garbage, we picked your cotton, and we the most forgiving people. And y'all still like, well, y'all can't be the people. But we done went through all that. You ain't got no sympathy on Israel. But you want us to go send money to them and they not the people? What about what's going on right here? What about what's going on right here? Can you just pay us a living wage? Look, when they find out that those are real Jews, and that's what people doing now, it's like that's why you got people online like, look, you guys need to get it together. We messed this world. It was what's coming to America for what happened. Those are the people, and if he did that to them, what do you think's coming here? What do you think's coming to this earth? Come on, man. James 1 and 14. Gonna wrap it up.
The book of James, chapter 1 and verse 14. But every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lust and enticed. Then when lust hath conceived, it bringeth forth sin. And sin, when it is finished, bringeth forth death.
So you gotta look. Keep yourself from this hour of temptation, family. Keep your spirit right. You know, it's real easy to just walk out of here and be like, that was a good lesson. It's easy to go it's what Wednesday approach and you just back to some look. You gotta be focused on the Most High. Like this ain't about no this ain't no club. This ain't no this ain't no. These are spirits coming together looking to get the kingdom of heaven, looking to do what's right, not faking it. You can't fake this truth. You can't fake this walk with the Most High. You know, he see it all. He know it all. If you're dealing with something, you need to lift them spiritual weights and get your strength up. You got to stay focused. So, anything, Lama Wad? All right, family, thank the Most High. Just trying to encourage the family to, in this hour of temptation in the world, that you not missing out on nothing. You not missing out on nothing. This little 15 minutes of fame that people get, this 3 years, 4 years, 5 years of being on top, they never really, you got to search to find out, well, what happened to I used to like her on this show. I used to like him on that show. What happened to them? And they strung out, toe up, just whatever, so just know you not missing out on something, and what you gaining is for eternity, not just for a little time, just a little time you here. So stay focused. Thank and bless the Most High. Shalom. I'm gonna pray out.
And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from the one end of the earth even unto the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. And among these nations shalt thou find no ease, neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest. But the Lord shall give thee there a trembling heart, and failing of eyes, and sorrow of mind. And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night, and shalt have none assurance of thy life. In the morning thou shalt say, Would God it were even, and at even thou shalt say, Would God it were morning, for the fear of thine heart wherewith thou shalt fear, and for the sight of thine eyes which thou shalt see. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. The word that came to Jeremiah from the Lord, saying, Thus speaketh the Lord God of Israel, saying, Write thee all the words that I have spoken unto thee in a book. For lo, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will bring again the captivity of my people Israel and Judah, saith the Lord. And I will cause them to return to the land that I gave to their fathers, and they shall afflict thee. And I will save her that halteth, and gather her that was driven out. And I will get them praise and fame in every land where they have been put to shame. At that time will I bring you again, even in the time that I gather you.